Hey, brothers and sisters, today I want to give y'all a message about your mind. God said He didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. So I'm talking about that third point there, that sound mind. God says, "The man of the spirit judgeth all things." I know a lot of times you've heard, who are you to judge or don't judge me and all that. That's weakness and that's crap. That's trying to get out of the verdict that is to come. Think of it in this way: you're in court, you're having a trial, and this is, let's put it on a very serious matter to escalate it, and that to show you the viewpoint. And let's not even say it's you, but it's someone that you cared about. Say your brother, your sibling, somebody you cared about was murdered, and that person's at trial, and you're just there as a witness. You're just watching the trial, and that person's, all the accusations are coming up, all the evidence, everything's being lined up, and the judge is going over all of it, saying it all to the person that's on trial, right? And then the person on trial says to the judge, "Well, what about what wrongs you've done?" To the judge. Has that ever happened? No. Does that happen? No. Is that going to happen? No. This isn't a trial for the judge. It's the trial for the person that is being reviewed and analyzed and judged. And we do that all the time. We don't even think, because we're not using our sound mind, that isn't an acceptable response in any way, shape, or form. You ask somebody, "Well, why'd you do that?" And then they, instead of them answering it or trying to give a rebuttal or a thought or just being genuine or authentic, they're immediately, "Well, you did this, well, you did that." It's a weak mentality, and it's a mentality that's going to fall short on the day of judgment. What are you going to be able to say to God? What fault can you try to blame God on? And see, and in that, furthermore, while you do that with brothers and sister and man and woman, you when somebody comes up against you in a regard, and obviously hopefully it's in love, and they're calling you out in love, and they're rebuking you and reproofing you in love, that you don't attack them. Because see, the more you get used to pointing the finger at them as soon as they say something about you, you're practicing that habit, and you're going to get better and better at it. As I was talking about the other day, you're going to get better at that habit, and then in due time, when you become quote unquote an expert at, any time somebody says anything to you, you attack them in a greater stance. And right now it's working for you, especially if you've gotten real good at it. But there's going to be a day when you're standing before God, and you cannot attack Him, and you can't point the finger back at Him, and you can't flip the tables on Him and say, "But you this, but you that." It will not work. And right now you might be able to do it with man, but with God you will not. So with that being said, you need to completely destroy and demolish that whole perspective. Everything about how you review when somebody comes at you in regards to a reproof, you need to view it in a completely edifying way. They might come at you maliciously. I'm not talking about that, but obviously God tells us to rebuke and edify in love, do it in love. So God willing, whoever it is that's, calling you out or encouraging you, they're doing it in love. But even then, if they're not doing it in love and it is harsh, try to see the truth in it. If there is truth, it could be a complete lie and incorrect. That obviously too. Therefore, what? Judge. That's what I started the video out. A man of the spirit judgeth all things. So realize, is this true, or is this completely a lie? Dang, maybe let me ponder that. Let me chew on that. Let me review what they're saying instead of hearing what they say and immediately just turning it an attack. Why? Because when you do that, you know who you're being. You're being the fool. The fool hates a rebuke. The fool hates reproof. The fool hates correction. God says that the wise love it, though. So that's where you'll get discernment, not only about other people, when you go to rebuke other people, realizing like, dang, I rebuked that guy and he hated me for it. You realize where that guy stands now. You realize he's a fool. And then the vice versa though. I rebuked that guy, I reproofed that guy, I encouraged that guy with maybe he could do this better or that better, and he loved me that much more for it. That's a brother. So you can get discernment simply through those. But don't look at it just solely on the outside. Look at it yourself. When somebody comes up to you and trying to give you constructive criticism, regardless of their tone, ideally try to seek what? The truth and understanding, and get better and take what you can from it and use it to build yourself up. That's the mentality that you have to have. And with that all being said, I was giving you the example about not attacking them, because it's not gonna stand on the day of judgment and just immediately pointing the finger. Everyone takes the one scripture, you can judge the pebble in your brother's eye when there's a log in yours. And then what does he furthermore go on saying? And that's where they get the justification in their mind to say, "Don't judge me." But everything teaches otherwise, and they didn't even read the rest of the scriptures of the concept. And everything says, no, when you're on trial, it's not about anybody else, it's about you here today, period. So we're talking about you. In due time, everybody's going to stand before and have their own judgment day, right? But with that being said, he furthermore goes on. He says, first, what? Remove the log from your eye. So when he's saying, don't judge the pebble in your brother's eye when there's a log in yours, he says, furthermore, if you keep reading, remove the log from yours. Nobody's going to be sinless, perfect, flawless. But at the end of the day, that's not meaning we all just shut up and nobody judges anything. No. The point is you keep it real. You tell what you can in regards to truth and being authentic and in love. Remember, you can have all the wisdom in the world. You can know all the answers to everything. But if you don't have love, it's nothing. So with everything, the key is first to have love. But after that, you better be bold and you better be courageous. You better start telling people what's up. You better start calling them out. You pulling up at church or whether you got home church, whatever, the body, whether there's two more gathering in the Lord's name, he is there, right? And people saying the Most High's name in vain, or people cursing, or people constantly having wandering eyes without even a sign of repentance, or constantly hostile with hatred towards brothers and sisters, not even the adversary. Hate the adversary. Yeah, have hatred. I ain't saying not to have hatred, but know who to have that hatred towards. Have aggression, but know how to have that aggression and channel it towards the right things. To what? Crucifying what? The flesh. So don't eliminate your emotions or your feelings. No, embrace them, but learn how to use them. It's energy, it's power. It's power. Like I said, the verse that I started out, he gave us a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. The power, you have to learn how to channel, how to use it, and where you're directing it. A lot of us have all this power and energy, but you don't know how to outlet it. You don't know what to do with it. So then you end up destroying yourself, like a bomb going off and everything gets destroyed. Let's use it accurately with a sound mind and realize how and what do I need to attack? What do I need to get better at? And in that being said, you're going to need what? Accountability. You're going to need relationships. You're going to need fellowship. You're going to need true accountability, the one that is calling you out. Not everybody that's riding with you, that you're calling your homie or your bro or your sister, whatever, really them. They're really not that guy or that girl, like whatever. They're always 24/7. Oh, you're good. You're perfect. No, you're not. That's the reality of it. You have things to work on. You have a problem, and you keep doing this with that person or that person, and nobody's saying everybody's saying, oh, it's okay. Oh, it was his fault, and you're blaming everybody else. You're pointing the finger at the judge. Oh, well, but what about you, judge? No, it's your judgment day. And in that regard, obviously, I'm saying judgment day about salvation on that big day, but let that play out every day right now in the little things. Realizing like, dang, I could do that better. Dang, I do that a lot. Man, I got a bad habit with this. All right, bet. And they're just calling you out. And it's out of love, though. That's the key. Like, stop looking at it all in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Have it in a positive light and understand that God's trying to build you up with those brothers and sisters. Because you know what happens on the vice versa? When you keep on rejecting those people that tried to help you, they don't want to help you no more. People hate doing that. Man, I tried helping that fool earlier, man. And he attacked me for it. Nah, I ain't saying nothing again. And he's going ahead and doing whatever that was stupid in the first place. Again, I'm not telling him nothing. And that's what happens. Start appreciating those people that might be getting on you and giving that constructive criticism. Might hurt a little bit, but that's what it takes. No pain, no gain. It's a simple mentality. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is start using your mind, that sound mind that God gave you. Have that critical thinking. Start analyzing things. Stop taking everybody's word and test it. Test the spirits. Find out for yourself. It's a big world, a big life, a God that's infinite. Stop limiting things and understand you need to start exploring. God bless.